Hello everyone, and now we're coming on to the next part of this initial unit module, which is to do with expanding brackets. Okay, expanding brackets. So let's have a look at some expanding brackets. Now, expanding brackets, quite straightforward, certainly compared to some of the things that we've been doing. I'd like to maybe have a look at this one here, question 1L. Now, if you have a look at this expression here, question 1L, and something I'd like you to think about is, where do you think that students could typically go wrong when they look at this, try to expand and simplify this expression? Where do you think a lot of students would make a mistake? Well, where the students would make a mistake is with this -4 here in the front. Okay, so with this -4 in the front, what typically would happen is students very often would forget that you have to times everything by that -4. So, you know, in this expression, we've got a -4 there, and we've got plus x squared there, and it carries on. And here we've got -4, open bracket, 2x to the 6 plus x to the 5 minus 3x minus 7. And the correct thing to do, of course, is this means -4 times 2x to the 6. So that is -8x to the 6. And then -4 times that is going to be minus 4x to the 5. A minus times a minus makes a plus, so positive 12x. And then finally, -4 times -7 is positive 28. Okay, so that's the correct approach. And that's where I think in that particular one, students could be making a mistake. Expanding brackets. So, I mean, when it comes to expanding, let's say, for example, expanding a triple bracket. So perhaps we were going to look at question 4C. We have got here 3 minus x cubed, which remember means, so this is question 4C, which means 3 minus x times by 3 minus x times by 3 minus x. And what I would do here is just pick two of the brackets, multiply those two together first. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times minus x is minus 3x. Minus x times 3 is minus 3x. And minus x times minus x is positive x squared. Collecting like terms, we have 9 minus 6x plus x squared, and then that whole thing is now multiplied by 3 minus x. I like to do this with the grid method. You don't have to do it with the grid if you don't like. It's just I've become accustomed to doing it in this manner, so you can do it however you wish, but I would multiply that out using a grid. I just like the way it systematically organizes it, and it helps me to make sure that I haven't missed a term. So 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times minus 6 is minus 18x. And then we have got plus 3x squared. We have minus 9x. We have a minus times a minus makes a plus. So that is plus 6x squared. And then we have minus x times minus times by positive x squared is minus x cubed. Okay, so when I gather all of those things together, that is going to turn into, let's have a look at that, that is going to turn into minus x cubed minus x cubed. And we have got, so that's that one dealt with, and then we've got plus 9x squared, 3 and 6, and then we've got minus 18, and we have got minus 9, so that is going to go to minus 27x, and then finally we've got plus 27. Okay, so we get minus x cubed plus 9x squared minus 27x plus 27. Now, actually, in this kind of question, you'll notice that it says show that. And in terms of like setting this out, what we could do, oh, it says show that, the answer is already given there. So when you've got to do that, you can start off by writing left hand side equals, okay, and then step by step by step changing it until, so we've written it as what that is, we've expanded it, expanded it, we got down to this stage here, and this actually equals the right hand side. So if you want to make sure that it's nice and you get all the marks, you can start off by writing left hand side equals expand, step by step until you get to the right hand side. Okay, a good one to have a look at is question 5L. Now question 5L is a good one because this is where I think that the grid kind of method comes into its own when it comes to expanding. So let's have a look at that one, and I'll just show you how I think that the grid method for this type of one does give us a slight advantage. So we've got 3, we have got plus x squared minus x cubed plus 2x to the 4th, and that is all multiplied by 6 minus 2x plus x cubed. Okay, so let's have a little look at this one. So I'm going to multiply all of these various terms to get the whole expression. So 3 times 6 is going to be 18. 6 times x squared is 6x squared. We have got 6 times minus x cubed is minus 6x cubed. 6 times 2x to the 4th is plus 12x to the 4th. Minus 2x times 3 is minus 6x. Minus 2x times x squared is minus 2x cubed. Minus 2x times minus x cubed is plus 2x to the 4th. Plus 2x to the 4th. And then finally, on this row, minus 2x times 2x to the 4th is minus 4x to the 5. So minus 4x to the power 5. Final row is 3 times x cubed is 3x cubed. X cubed times x squared is x to the power 5. X cubed times minus x cubed is minus x to the power 6. Be careful with that one. I think it'd be tempting to think they cancel out, but actually it's minus 1 times x cubed times x cubed. So a minus times a plus makes a minus, but the powers add up. And then last one is x cubed times 2x to the 4th is 2x to the 7. 2x to the 7. Now the 2x to the 7 hasn't got anything else to cancel with, so I can just write that there. Neither has the x to the 6, so I can write minus x to the 6. There's no collecting of like terms to be done there. Here we've got a power of 5 and a power of 5. Think about a number line. I'm at 1 and I take away 4. I'm going to end up at minus 3. So this is going to go to minus 3 x to the power 5. Minus 3x to the power 5. We have got 2 to the power x to the 4 and 12. So that is plus 14 x to the power 4. That one and that one. We have got 3, take away 2, take away 6. So when we add those, that comes to minus 5x cubed. So that one, and that one is minus 5x cubed. And then we've got plus 6x squared, because there's nothing to go with that one. We've got minus 6x, again, nothing to simplify. And finally 18, plus 18. And that is the answer. And I think that the grid offers a nice advantage there, especially, as I said to you, later in the course, we're going to be looking at the binomial expansion, which often requires us to multiply very large expressions together, or in fact, just to combine certain terms, and this grid method makes it easier to pick which are the right terms. So that was a little lesson there on expanding brackets. Hopefully something that we already feel quite confident with from our work in Year 11. The final lesson in this particular module is going to be on factorising, which I'll talk to you about in the next lesson.